Dermot from anyonecanplayguitar.org with another Bowerbirds tune. This is called My Oldest Memory. So I'll break it down into 3 sections. There's an intro, a verse, and a chorus section. So here's how the intro should sound, and we'll break it down. That's it. Alright, so we start with, we're up here on 3rd fingers on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and our 1st finger is barring the 7th fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings. Alright, so our picking, we're using our standard 3-finger thing here, thumb, index, and middle. And I'm playing so my thumb is on the 3rd string, index is on the 2nd string, middle finger's on the 1st string, and I'm hitting the 2nd, 3rd, then 1st. That's the pattern that's going to continue on through the intro. So we have this. Then we just go to a straight bar across our 7th fret with the 1st finger. So we have this. Then we go down, move our bar down to the 5th fret, so across first 3 strings there, and then you can use your 3rd finger or your 4th finger here to raise that note on the 2nd string up to the 7th fret. So we have 5th fret of the 3rd string, 7th fret of the 2nd string, and then 5th fret of the 1st string. Same picking pattern. So we have this. Alright, then we have basically a D minor shape just up a whole step from where you usually would play it for D minor. Which would make it a D minor. Alright, so that's, just play your D minor shape that you know and slide it up a whole step. For those that don't know it, we have 1st finger, 3rd fret, 1st string, 2nd finger, 4th fret, 3rd string, and either 3rd or I use my pinky on your 5th fret, 2nd string. Again, same picking pattern, so we have this. Alright, then we come down here and we play a D7 chord, basically. So we have 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, and 3rd finger, 1st string, 2nd fret. Alright, it begins with the same picking pattern there. Now this is the way I do it. I do that picking pattern, then I hit the 2nd string again. Then I jump down to the A, open A string. So we have this. So that's 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string, 2nd string again, and then 5th string. So once you hit that A, that low A, that's when we start our strumming. We go like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to alternate. This is the way, again, this is the way I do it. We alternate our A and our D string roots. So we have this kind of thing. And that goes for as long as you want until you're ready to jump into the rest of it. Alright, so that's the intro. Whole thing again. Alright, so anytime you go from that intro into the verse, in fact every time you go into the verse from whatever section, we're going to slide up to the 12th fret on the 1st string. Alright, so our verse, we're going to be playing just our first 3 strings open. That's it. So basically a little E minor chord there. And that's our pattern. So we have, so you can either play those strings open or you can keep your 3rd finger up there on the 12th fret. This is the same note. Alright, so here's how it goes. Alright, so after we slide up, we're doing that pattern. Alright, we have our hammer-on pull-off thing from the 10th to the 12th fret on the first string. Or just a hammer-on, sorry, just hammer-on. Alright, then we bring to our next chord here. So we've got, this is the way I play it, second finger as moves down to the 9th fret of the 5th string. And we have our third finger on the 9th fret of the first string. So our second, third strings are open, and I'm muting with my second finger. I'm muting the 4th string. Alright, before you go into the next chord, we go pinky raises up on the first string from the 9th fret to the 10th. Then you just take that same shape that we had on the 9th fret and move it down a whole step down to the 7th fret. We hold on this for a little bit. Then finally we go down here. So again, we're all open strings here, using our D, open D string as our root of this chord. So we have alright, so in the middle of that, we're going to go bring this E up to an F sharp, so 2nd fret, 1st string, then up to the 3rd fret. Then we just go to a C chord. So let me play that much for you. Now going into this next chord, I do this little C to C major 7 thing. So what we basically have here next is a G suspended 4 chord going down to a G. I believe this is the way he does it. We have my first finger on the G, 3rd fret of the 6th string. My second finger is on this D note here, 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then I use my pinky on the 5th fret of my 3rd string, giving us a C. That's our suspended 4. And then that 5th fret of the 3rd string drops down with the 3rd finger to the 4th fret to give us a B note, which makes it a regular G chord there. If you're accustomed to doing suspended 4 like this, do it that way too. It's just not going to give you that quite more open sound that he's got there. Not open, but I mean open as in spread out. Alright, so the whole verse again. Alright, last part, chorus. We have this dominant 7 chord here. We have our index is on a D note, 5th fret of the 5th string. 2nd finger is on the 3rd string, 5th fret. That's our flat 7 C note there. And then we have our pinky out here on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Alright, so our picking pattern, again we're just using thumb, index, and middle. So I've got my thumb on the 5th string, index on the 3rd string, and middle finger is on the 2nd string. So I'm plucking the 5th and 2nd strings together, then followed by the 3rd string, then the 5th string again, then the 2nd string again. So we have together, 2nd and 5th together, then 3rd, 5th, 2nd. Finally, the 3rd string again, then together at the end. So it begins and ends by plucking them together. So again, that's 5th and 2nd together, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 3rd, and then together. sounds like this. Alright, that's our first chord of the chorus. Then we go to this chord here. So I've got a bar across the first 4 strings on the 2nd fret with my first finger. Then my second finger is here on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And my 3rd finger's on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So we take that picking pattern now and we are focusing it over just the first 4 strings. It's the same picking pattern, but we're now spreading it. Instead of across 3 notes, we've got 4 notes. So our plucking at the beginning and end starts on the 1st string and 4th string together. So we pluck those together. So pluck those together. Then index hits the 3rd string. Then the thumb hits the 4th string. Alright, then we throw in our 2nd string with our middle finger. It moves down 1. And then we hit our 3rd string again. So together, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, and then together. Look at this. Okay, then we go over here. We have basically a D7, but he starts out without the index finger on there. It's the exact same picking pattern as the chord we just did. So go back and remember how that works, and then do it the same thing for this chord. Alright, the only difference is that we pluck the 1st and 4th strings together at the beginning of the picking pattern. And then on the end, instead of plucking the 1st and 4th again, we pluck the 2nd and 4th. And that's where we add the finger and officially make it a D7. Alright, then we go to a C chord. Really, just follow that same picking pattern. You can kind of do this however you want. I'm not 100% sure he does it the same way every time. So, just, kind of noodle around on that C however you want to do it. Then it ends the same way that the verse ends, with this Jesus been in for business. So here's the chorus. And then the chorus would end with the 1st chord of the chorus again, that dominant 7th chord. For a little bit longer. Then you just go right back into the verse. So those are all the different parts of that song. Again, the way he plays is not consistent every single time. He's kind of improvises on those chords a little bit with the picking. So find a picking pattern that you like, that you think sounds pretty close, or use the ones that I use, and you'll get a pretty decent sounding rendition of the two. Thanks a lot for checking it out. Thanks.